Listen to me closely. If a woman thinks that she can hurt you, especially emotionally, she will. I'm going to say this one more time. If a woman thinks that she can hurt you, she will. Now, this is so important to understand for this one specific reason. You have to understand this. If you become emotionally vulnerable, if you start to wear your heart on your sleeve, if you start to desire her in any way, shape, or form more than she desires you, listen to me very closely. She will twist the knife emotionally to such a degree to make you feel that pain that you will question why somebody would ever want to do that in the first place. Not only do you have to take this video seriously, but you have to start to see female nature for what it is and understand real dating dynamics at a higher level. So in order to help you come to terms with this, right, if a woman thinks that she can hurt you, she will, especially emotionally. If she feels as if she can heartbreak you, if she feels as if you need her, if she feels as if you care in any way, shape, or form, she will exit. So you need to really understand this and process this at a deep level, because virtually everything that you were told your entire life about dating is completely backwards. Not only is it completely backwards, but if you follow it, you will completely fail. So listen to me very closely. She does not want a good man. I know you think that she wants a good man. I know that you were probably raised to believe that you need to be a good man. You have to understand this. She does not want a good man. If she did, these would be the men that she would be in healthy, long-lasting, committed relationships with. But there is more than enough evidence by now in your own dating life, most likely, that women do not want a good man. The next thing that you have to understand is she does not want a religious, morally upstanding, amazing guy. This is what a lot of guys think. If I just pray a little bit harder and I ask for that one special someone in my life, I'm going to be rewarded. And that's not what she wants. If she did, these would be the men that she chooses. If anything, all of those traits she views as anti-seductive. I can't help that that's how they view things. I wish I could. I wish I could change it. I wish I could tell you something different. I wish I could tell you that you're going to be rewarded in your dating and your relationship life by being a good man, by having real solid morals and boundaries and ethics and morals and religious traits about you and all that good stuff that I know that you want, right? That loyal, loving woman with that caring family, everything that comes with that. I wish that's what majority of women want. But as you can see, probably even in your own dating life, that's not who they're choosing. Keep processing this with me. It will get easier if you just slowly internalize these concepts, okay? You have to understand this. She only cares about what turns her on most. Okay? She only cares about what turns her on most. And what turns her on most is going to be traits that she will still call toxic, and traits that she will say are bad, or traits that she will say are evil. And these are consistently the men you will notice that she keeps coming back to. Over and over and over. It's like she could come across a guy who would give her the world, make a bunch of money, make sure that the stars are aligned perfectly every single day for her, and make sure that there's a security blanket of money and resources and everything that he could do for her, and she doesn't want him. Year after year after year after year after year after year after year, she will spend her life chasing the bad boy. And year after year, she will stay, most likely, perpetually single. And if one of those bad boys does catch feelings and does like her and does want to build something real with her, she will leave him too. You just have to come to terms with this and accept it. So here's the thing. This is what you really got to realize here. What do women label most men as? Like, if you actually take a look at this, what is it that women will label most men as when they talk about their dating life? Let's say you meet a woman who's 29 years old. What is going to be her worldview of men typically? Not every time, but typically. What is she going to think and what is she going to say? And how is she going to narrate this conversation regarding the relationships that she's had? What's she going to say? Let's look at it. She's going to say things like, men are toxic. She's going to say things like, men are liars, cheaters. These big bad men are just cheaters. This is what she's going to say. She's going to say things like, these guys are emotionally unavailable. I wish I could find a man who would commit to me. These men are bad. They're cheaters. They're liars. Look at these cheaters and bad boys and liars. This is all men are, is these games. This is what she's going to say. This is what she's going to actually think and believe, and this is what she's going to tell herself and sell herself. She will sell herself this narrative, make no mistake. What does that tell you? The reason why is because these are the guys that they want. These are the guys that they choose. These are the guys that they choose to mess with in relationships. Her worldview is that because these are the men that she has chosen. Meanwhile, she has rejected a very high percentage of virtually every single man that didn't have those traits in the first place. To get your foot in the door in the first place, even for a date, she has to view you as potentially bad and that there is potentially something wrong with you or broken that makes you care about nothing. And these are going to be the only men that are chosen. Nowadays, these are going to be the only men that even have the chance of getting a date, let alone having a woman that they see consistently, let alone a girlfriend. Do you understand this? If a woman thinks that she can hurt you, she will. They do not want to see any emotional vulnerability. This will turn them off. They will exit. These are the same guys saying, why is she so distant? Why haven't I heard back from her on text message? Why is she playing games? Why can't I figure her out? Everything was good in the beginning and now it's not. What changed? What changed was she assumed that you had higher perceived dating value than you actually did. And what changed was that she assumed that you probably had other options when you didn't. And what changed was that you really wanted her. And then she started to see that that lowered your dating value in her eyes or the perception of you. And now she's gone and she's chasing the next dude who doesn't give her attention. You literally can't want any of them. My belief even is this. As soon as you actually like a woman, she will punish you by removing herself by saying, how could you actually love me when you know that I will never love you unconditionally? And that's why she removes herself, because she sees that you could be easily deceived. She sees that you were led to believe that and you actually believe that and you were wrong. That's what happens. I can't control this. I wish it was different. I really do. I'm sorry if this is a hard truth for you to understand and to internalize, but here's what I can tell you is I would say that in your own dating life, I would almost guarantee that almost everything that I'm saying right here today is going to be a very close reflection on everything that's happened in your past dating life. So this is going to be the biggest mindset shift that I have had to come to terms with over the years, okay? See, I've been doing these videos, I've been making these types of videos for a long time, even years, right? I've been doing these videos for years. Here's what I've came to terms with. Women don't sleep with these masculine men like all these content creators tell you. You're going to hear this from a bunch of content creators. You're going to hear guys say things like, women choose to sleep with these masculine men, right? These alphas. This is the narrative that you're going to hear. In my experience, this is wrong. When you have traits that are very masculine, maybe you're tall, maybe you're good looking, maybe you make really good money, you're high status, all of these things, okay? Maybe you are in great shape, you're assertive when you speak, you're attractive. These are the types of men that women want to date or get into long-term relationships with or marry. Women do not sleep with these masculine men that everybody calls alpha. Women sleep with men who are sinful. This is what you have to understand. Women are drawn to what is bad, okay? If you check every box that says, yes, I am a masculine man who has confidence and I'm assertive and I make good money and all these things, she will want to be with you. That does not necessarily mean that she's right now turned on by you. Women choose to sleep with men who are sinful, which means women choose what is bad because women want to feel a wide array of emotions. See, this is the one thing that most men don't understand is when they hear something like women are emotional, right? They will hear this. You're going to hear this from a variety of different people. You hear things like women are emotional. They assume that that means the emotion that the woman wants to feel is one of positivity and happiness, and that means that since she's emotional, you need to make her feel good with romance consistently. That could not be further from the truth. Because she has lots of emotion, she wants to feel a wide array of emotion. So the bad boy, or the man that she's choosing, creates feelings of jealousy, uncertainty. Sometimes she's angry, sometimes she's frustrated. Sometimes she has a feeling of insecurity. All of these things matter. And now this is the guy that's chosen. This is a huge mindset shift that you have to understand, because you got to realize this. You genuinely cannot want any of them. So here's the thing. Women sleep with men who are sinful. When you start to see this, you're going to see that these are guys who lack morals. They don't care about anything. And they're definitely not smart. They're definitely not wise. They usually are just right there present in the moment. And they don't really care what happens next. And they don't care if they ever see her again. So because of that, she's drawn to him. She's drawn to that indifference. Okay? So, these men are typically the men that get her best level of desire. So, what should you do? How do you operate in the right way? Right? And for a lot of you, you're probably like, well, Casey, I'm not a bad dude. How can I get results? How can I get success? This is why I will continue to stress this message. As a man, you have to learn, understand, and master the language of women. Because when you do, you now have a complete process to actually start to get real results. I have brought over 1,250 men together to show them this, and we have broke it down into an exact process. And because I'm watching this process work, because I'm watching this process help guys in their dating life and help them get results, I have seen more than enough proof where I have a very high level of confidence that this can help you too. So check out what I made for you. It's down below. I know that this is some of my best work. I know that this is some of the best stuff that I've ever put together. And this took me months to create. And because of that, you have to start to understand and internalize these messages. If a woman thinks she can hurt you, she will. If a woman thinks that she can leave you feeling bad, she will. And she will be satisfied about it because it let her know that you are not the man for her. And this is why you cannot show any sort of love or care or reciprocation of interest, or she will instantly assume that she can do better than you. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.